Are you fed up with training employees or others who just don't seem to learn? Don't you wish you could deliver training that sticks, to know how to train people just once and have them retain it? Good, because I'm about to provide you with my simple, proven, master 4-step training formula that ensures that you can train someone one time and they'll stay trained. That means saving you time, money, eliminating frustration, reducing turnover, and increasing your profitability. Best of all, the uses for this amazing 4-step formula are not limited, as you can use it to train people to do anything better: sales, customer service, record keeping, even non-business things like playing a musical instrument. Hey there, smart people. Your favorite Uncle Matt back with you, giving you powerful new strategies to be smarter, faster. Look, if you've ever hired employees or started a new job yourself, you know that what passes for training at most companies is like a bad joke. It's not only ineffective, but it's frustrating and costly. In most cases, it just doesn't work. Having poorly trained employees can cause serious problems like decreased productivity, low employee morale, a high turnover rate, strain on the existing staff, and it can even damage a company's reputation. Here's a dose of reality. Training at most big companies usually consists of sitting in a room and watching a few company videos, or maybe having someone from HR stand in front of a group and deliver what amounts to a lecture. At smaller companies, you'll often be teamed with a more experienced employee who is usually not too thrilled to be training a newbie and follow them around as they tell you about the job. In other words, the so-called training amounts to little more than having someone tell you what to do. And that's where it stops. Telling someone what to do is not training. Far from it. If that actually worked, then you'd get better results. Telling is not training. If you are a parent, think about your experience with your own children. If you simply tell your kids once or twice to make the bed, or to eat their vegetables, or to do their homework, do they do it? Can you count on them to do it all the time without supervision? Of course not. It's ridiculous to even think about. If you've ever been part of a sports team, the coach first makes sure you know what to do, then oversees you as you do it. If you don't do it well enough, the coach corrects you and then has you do it again and again while being supervised at daily practice sessions. However, as a business professional, you don't have that kind of time to spend with every individual you hire. It's simply unrealistic. Here's how to train people once so they stay trained. I call this system tell, show, try, do. First, you tell your trainee what to expect and what you're about to show them. Give them just enough detail that they understand the concept. Don't go overboard on your explanation. Telling them in advance prepares them to be observant. It helps them to pay attention to the important parts. Then, show them. Have them observe you in action as you do what you just told them about. Next, have them try to do what you just did. Even though they understood what you told them and they just saw you do it, they will usually fumble about on their first few attempts. Stay with them. Be patient. Compliment them for what they did right. Correct them with positive feedback about where they went wrong. Soon, they'll be able to do what you're teaching them. Certainly not as well as you, because they're still new at it. But with some practice and having you follow up with them during their continued attempts, they'll become more confident and capable. They'll quickly become independent. Let's use a couple of practical examples with a cashier and a salesperson. We'll use each of the steps. Tell your trainees what you're going to do before you actually put them behind the cash register. Briefly explain what you're going to do and what you're going to say to your customers. Then show them as you work the register when there's a line of customers. Be consistent with what you told them to expect. Try not to deviate too much. Let them try a few transactions while you observe them. They'll probably be nervous and fumble around a bit. So what? Let them fumble. Provide a bit of guidance. Be strong on the praise and be specific with your suggestions for improvement. After a few attempts, they'll start to get the hang of it. They'll be able to do it by themselves. Give them some time and check back in with them for the first few hours. Get them independent from you as soon as possible. Training a new salesperson is the same process. Give them the script you want them to use. Explain your sales process as it works at your company. And tell them the psychology behind the script and the reasons the presentation works the way it does. Show them your presentation. It's a good idea to take them with you when you're doing sales calls if you can. Let them try speaking to a few prospects as you observe. Don't be too quick to jump in. Guide them and correct them afterwards privately. Get them out there doing presentations on their own. Check in with them for the first few days and then let them fly. You'll develop far more profitable salespeople than merely sitting them in a room and having someone give them a motivational talk. The tell, show, try, do formula works for all sorts of things. Years ago, I had the pleasure of teaching senior citizens how to play the organ. It was one of the most rewarding gigs I ever had. I got to help people who wanted to make music come out of their own hands for the first time in their lives. I'd briefly tell them what I was going to do, then I'd play a song for them, then I'd sit with them as they tried playing it and provided feedback, and pretty soon, they were able to play it too. It was very cool, helping make their lifelong dreams of playing music finally come true. So remember, having people sit there and listen to lectures or seminars is not training. Having them watch videos is not training. It's merely talking about training. Genuine training is giving people guided, real-world, practical experience by actually performing the tasks you want them to learn. Then, providing feedback and correction and monitoring their progress. Always consider how the Master 4-Step Training Formula, tell, show, try, do, can be applied to whatever you want someone to learn. I guarantee much better results, less frustration for both you and them, a higher morale, less turnover, more productive outcomes, and a more profitable situation all the way around. Tell, show, try, do is a proven formula. It's worked for millions upon millions of people throughout the generations, and it will work for you too. Here's what's next. YouTube has selected these videos just for you. Click to watch them next, and I'll look forward to seeing you on my other videos soon.